Esteemed and distinguished Toastmasters and guests, I want you to imagine that you are part of a management team for a high-tech company in Silicon Valley. Your company has done very well over the last 6 years, but recently you lost your biggest client with one of your biggest products, happened to be the Department of Defense. Your department head, the VP, has come to you and told you, you're going to have to cut 20% of your labor, and you're also going to have to reorganize and realign your teams to better meet the needs in the future. You've asked me to come in and talk to the group at the beginning of a full day of planning for the future. Good morning. It's nice to see everybody. Change can be really scary. And you're going to be going through something that's very significant change. You might have feelings of losing your job. You might come to work and say, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do anymore. You have feelings of inadequacy. You have feelings of low self-esteem. You don't know if you're doing the right thing. The normal structures and procedures, they're all thrown out the window. Every day is a little bit more uncertain. And if we're over 50 and we think that we might be laid off, we might be thinking, I wonder how long I'm going to be out of work and unemployed. And we might even be thinking, how am I going to provide for my family? Where we were once very confident, it's starting to shake a little bit. And in the midst of all this upheaval, the organization who's caused the upheaval is asking for more. Changes, changes, changes. And they say to us, hey, organizations reorganize, re-engineer, realign, re-something every day, and we're no different. We need to be competitive. Suck it up. You might think about your team. Wow, I've been working with this team for 5 years. I hand-selected each person on my team. I groomed them, I developed them, I strengthened them into the great team that they are today. What am I going to say to them? How will I keep things going when the morale is plummeting? What if they skip and now I have all of this work and I don't have the talent that I had before to do the work? What if my team gets disbanded? How am I going to manage? It's not going to be the same. You know, these feelings are real, these fears are real, and they're very natural. And tomorrow you're going to sit down with your team and you're going to tell them the decisions that were made today. And you might face anger. You might face defiance. You might even face frustration or even insubordination from the people that you love and care about. And you know, a common mistake that managers make in situations like this is that they pull the decision-making in and they stop communicating. You have an opportunity today to make a difference. You have an opportunity to make a different choice. And I'm going to share with you some ways that you can do that. I'm going to share with you the technology of human systems. Many of you in here are in technology. You know what I'm talking about. But this is the technology of a system that's a human system. All of us are parts of lots of different human systems. We have families, we have teams, we have friends, we have clubs. This group here today is a human system. And human systems have specific assumptions that must be considered as you look at how they operate. And I'm going to share those with you briefly and then elaborate briefly on them. First of all, the primary function of any system is goal achievement. And the primary strategy for goal achievement is alignment of its members. Feedback loops regulate the system and keep it on track. The effectiveness of human systems is proportional to the relationships. Everyone affects the system, so responsibility is mutual. And any member of the system will consistently fail or succeed based on support from the system. The behavior of leaders significantly impacts the behavior of the members of the system. And finally, teams are the fundamental unit of human systems. Let's look at your human system. You're in a state of change. Because the market has turned, you have to cut costs drastically. Getting crystal clear about the goal today as a team is going to be essential. And being aligned with what that goal is as a team is going to be critical. The change strategy you develop today and how each and every one of you communicates the message and reinforces it with your teams will be critical to whether or not you continue to lose market share and have to continue to cut, or you become a stronger, better organization because of this. Feedback loops. As I said, feedback loops regulate the system. When you're going through change, rumors start going all over the place and people fill in the gaps for themselves. As managers, you will need to have your ears open to that and ensure that you're stopping rumors and that you're giving sound and current data. The flow has to be back and forth constantly with the feedback, and you've got to make sure that you're listening to people. The effectiveness of the team and the human system is proportional to the quality of the relationships. You're going to have to give some extra TLC and some attention, tender loving care, and some attention to your employees and to the people around you. You're going to have to listen to them. You're going to have to respond. You're going to have to take and ask for the feedback from them. And everyone affects the system. So what does that mean when I say that responsibility is mutual? It means that if somebody's falling, you got to pick them up. You got to help them out. Okay? Because everyone is credited and everyone is blamed for the health of the system. You need support from the system. And any member of the system will consistently succeed or fail with only the support of the system. You're going through some critical change here. And you will need to get to a point of critical mass with everyone involved. So it's going to require all of those other things, listening to each other, picking each other up, and leadership. Leadership, remember I said that the leader can impact the behavior. Absolutely essential that you lead by example and you have the courage to stand tall. And finally, teams. Teams are absolutely the essential part. The esteem of your team is critical. I know you can make this change happen. I know you can lead. It's up to you. The choice is yours.